That desire inside you is a message, a sign, a preview of what's already yours. But here's the truth. Most people ignore this inner calling. They doubt it, they sabotage it, and that's why it never arrives. In this video, I'll show you the truth behind your desire and why it's proof that your manifestation is on its way. So stay with me until the very end, because I'll give you a simple shift that will change the way you manifest forever. And before we dive in, drop your name in the comments to join our global circle of energy and positive manifestation. Subscribe if you believe your dream is already real, and let's unlock it together. I remember this girl, just out of university, diploma still fresh, no job yet. Everyone around her was nervous. It's tough out there. You need connections. It's gonna be months. But not her. She wasn't rushing. She wasn't doubting. She was calm, focused. There was something in her eyes, like she already saw herself where she wanted to be. Every day she sent out applications, not because she was desperate, but because she knew what she brought to the table. She believed in her skills, in her ideas, in her value. When she walked into interviews, she didn't act like she was trying to prove herself. She acted like she belonged. And the truth is, she did. One day she opened her email. The subject line read, "We'd love to have you." She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She smiled quietly, because deep down she already knew. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because she trusted herself when no one else fully did. On the other hand, there was this man. He had a business, a decent one, enough to pay the bills, maybe take a vacation once a year. But deep down, he wanted more. He dreamed of millions, of retiring young, of waking up with no alarm, no meetings, no pressure. He told everyone his plans. He had vision boards, goals, spreadsheets. But the truth, he didn't really believe it. Every time he saw someone succeed, he'd think they had luck. Every time a new opportunity showed up, he'd hesitate, overthink. What if it fails? What if I'm not ready? He kept doing what felt safe, same clients, same strategies. His days passed, and so did his chances. The millions didn't come. The early retirement never happened. Not because he wasn't smart, not because he didn't work hard, but because he never really believed it was possible for him. And when you don't believe, even the right door looks like a wall. Think of that one desire that keeps whispering in your heart. The job you dream of, the love you crave, the life that seems just out of reach. It doesn't go away, does it? Even when life gets noisy, even when people say you should let it go, even when you try to distract yourself, that desire keeps returning. And maybe you've wondered, why do I want this so much? Why can't I just forget about it and move on? What if I'm just chasing a fantasy? But let me offer you something different, something radical. What if you desire it because it's already yours? What if that vision, that longing is not a coincidence, but a glimpse into a timeline where it's already happening? Because here's the truth most people never hear. Desire is not random. It's not a chemical reaction. It's a signal. It's your soul reaching across dimensions saying, "Look, right there, that's your path. That's your alignment. That's what you came here for." It's not just hope, it's memory. In the quantum field, all realities exist simultaneously. There is a version of you who already lives that life, who already has the love, the money, the joy, the purpose. And when you feel desire, you're brushing up against that reality. For a moment, your heart touches that timeline, and it feels so real because it is. But here's the part most people miss. Desire is only the first knock on the door. It shows you the direction, but it doesn't guarantee arrival. Because between you and that reality, there's a bridge, and that bridge is built with belief. Now think about this. If desire is the invitation, then belief is the RSVP. It's how you tell the universe, I'm not just dreaming, I'm arriving. But what happens when people don't believe? They feel the desire, but they doubt. They crave, but they second-guess. They glimpse the future, and then convince themselves it's too much, too late, or not realistic. So the signal weakens, the bridge fades, and the timeline slips back into the mist. Not because it wasn't real, but because it wasn't received. Let this land. Desire is sacred. It's a compass, a code, a cosmic clue. And the moment you feel it, truly feel it, is the moment you get to choose. Do I believe this is meant for me? Or do I shrink away? There are people walking this earth right now, living the life you dream of. And it's not because they were luckier, smarter, or more deserving. It's because they believe deeply enough to let their desire guide their choices. Desire is the soul's GPS, but you still have to press start. So ask yourself now, what desires have you been ignoring because they felt too big? What dreams keep returning that you keep pushing away? They're not accidents, they're invitations, and they will keep calling until you believe. And belief is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's the moment you stop asking, is this possible for me? And start declaring, this is already mine. It's what the girl from earlier chose, before the email, before the offer, before anyone else believed in her, she had already decided. And it's what the man didn't choose. Even with all his planning, all his talking, his energy whispered, maybe it's not for me. And so it wasn't. You see, energy doesn't lie. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration, your alignment, your readiness. When you believe, you stop chasing and start attracting. You stop waiting and start preparing. You stop hoping and start being. So, take a breath right now. Inhale deeply, exhale gently, and feel this with me. The vision you hold in your heart is not fiction. It's a future that's asking to be lived. And it's waiting for your yes. Not the kind of yes that's timid or half-hearted or conditional, but the kind of yes that moves your feet, that reshapes your choices, that shifts your habits, that rewires your identity. Because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. So here's your moment. What are you becoming? Are you becoming someone who doubts or someone who decides? Are you becoming someone who postpones their dreams or someone who walks toward them one bold step at a time? Because the version of you who already has it, the money, the love, the peace, the freedom is not far away. It's one decision away. Let that sink in. One decision. To believe in your desire, to trust the signal, to act as if it's already yours. Because that's the secret. That's the shift. That's the frequency of manifestation. So, here's what I want you to do. In the comments, declare your yes. Right, I believe. Or I'm ready. Or it's already mine. Say it with conviction. Let the universe hear you. And if this message touched your soul, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're ready to unlock the next level of your life. Because this channel, this space, is a portal, and your energy just opened it. Now, close your eyes, take one last deep breath, and imagine your desire fully manifested. Feel it, touch it, live in it, walk like it's already done. Because when you believe at that level, nothing can stop what's already on its way. But maybe you've had those moments when the doubt creeps in, when your mind says, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not good enough? What if it's not meant for me? Let me stop you right there, because here's something no one tells you. Doubt is a thief, and you don't negotiate with thieves. Doubt doesn't protect you. It delays you. It steals your time, your energy, your chances. So from this moment on, refuse to doubt yourself. Not because everything is clear yet, not because you have all the answers, but because you are the answer. The version of you that lives the dream, the one who has the success, the love, the abundance she doesn't doubt. She knows. And if you want to become her, you can't afford to keep questioning what you already feel deep inside. Because let's be real, you know. You've always known. Even in the quietest moments, there's a voice inside you whispering, you're meant for more. This is your time. Stop holding back. So stop letting doubt sit at your table. Stop feeding it your energy, your focus, your potential. You don't need another sign. You don't need more proof. The desire is the proof. The knowing is the sign. You are ready now, not someday. You are enough now, not after another course, another try, another perfect moment. The people who change their lives are not the ones who had less fear. They're the ones who refuse to let fear decide for them. And you? You're one decision away. The decision to never doubt again, to walk like it's done, to speak like it's real, to act like it's yours, because it is. So let me ask you, can you feel it? A shift happening right now, that clarity rising in your chest, that fire in your belly saying, no more doubt, I was made for this. If you feel that, type it in the comments. No more doubt, I know it's mine. Let the universe witness your certainty. Let your future self celebrate your decision. And remember, doubt is loud, but your knowing is louder. Choose your voice. Choose your truth. Choose your power. Because the moment you stop doubting, the timeline accelerates, the path clears, and what was once a dream becomes your reality. Do you remember the two stories from the beginning? The girl, fresh out of university, no connections, no backup plan, just a quiet certainty in her chest. She didn't beg the world to see her. She knew she belonged, and that knowing was enough to shift reality. It was never about the job. It was never about the competition. It was always about her belief. That belief became a bridge. It bent the path toward her. It aligned people, emails, timing, moments, because her frequency was already living the outcome. And that's the key. Your energy is your timeline, not your resume, not your effort, not how loud you scream, but how deeply you believe. Now compare that to the man. He had everything on paper, resources, clients, a running business, but in his heart, he was still stuck in survival. He said he wanted millions, said he wanted freedom, but his actions whispered, I need to keep working or I'll lose everything. I don't know if I'm enough. Maybe I'm just meant for less. And the universe? It doesn't deliver what you say. It mirrors what you are. So while the girl flowed forward on a wave of belief, he stayed trapped in a loop of effort, fear, and delay. Do you see it now? It's not about how hard you work. It's about where your energy lives. She believed she was ready, so reality responded. He believed he couldn't stop, so he never broke free. It's mental. It's vibrational. It's coded in your thoughts, your posture, your silence, your self-talk when no one's listening. So if you've been wondering why it's not happening yet, ask yourself, what am I truly believing? Am I just wishing, or am I knowing? Because the moment you shift from doubt to decision, your world changes. It's not magic. It's physics. It's alignment. One believes and bends reality. The other doubts and stays behind. You choose which one you are. And I know you're ready to choose the first. If this lit something inside you, comment below. My belief creates my reality. Because it does. And now, you know it too. Maybe you're thinking, but how do I believe if I've been doubting for so long? How do I trust the universe when nothing ever seems to work for me? Or worse, how do I believe in myself when I've been the one breaking my own promises? I hear you. And here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need to believe in everything. You just need to believe in one next step. That's how the law of attraction begins to work for you. It's not about convincing yourself you'll be a millionaire overnight. It's about choosing to act like someone who is open to receive today. It's not about pretending your life is perfect. It's about aligning your energy, your thoughts, your emotions with the smallest version of the future you want. Because manifestation doesn't start with a mansion. It starts with a shift. A new thought, a kinder word to yourself, a single action that says, I'm ready for something better. And when you take that step, the universe responds, not always instantly, but always faithfully. Because the law of attraction doesn't work off of fantasy, it works off of frequency. You get what you are, not what you wish for. And that's why even the smallest shift matters. When you start believing just a little in your worth, in your power, in your future, something opens. Reality bends. Synchronicities appear. The right person calls. The right door cracks open. Not by chance, but because you finally match the vibration of your desire. So if it's hard to believe right now, start smaller. Believe you can smile today. Believe you can feel a little lighter. Believe you can take one step toward what you want, even if it's just a thought, a prayer, a comment that says, I'm ready. Because once the energy moves, everything begins to move with it. That's the law. That's how it works. You shift, and the world shifts around you. Not all at once, but with each moment you choose to trust instead of doubt, to act instead of freeze, to open instead of close. You become the version of you that your dreams have been waiting for. So, don't underestimate your first step. Even if it's quiet, even if no one sees it, the universe does. And it always responds to truth. Now tell me in the comments, what's your one step today? Not 10, not tomorrow, just one. Because that's how big lives begin, with one decision to believe again. If this message reached you, it wasn't by accident. It was your sign, your reminder, your moment to return to belief. So now, don't just feel inspired, act. Type in the comments, I'm taking the first step. Let the universe hear your commitment. Let your energy ripple forward. And if this touched your heart like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs this message today. Because the more we believe together, the faster we rise together. Your future is calling, and now you're finally listening. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep stepping, keep believing, and never doubt your power again.